You've got a smartphone that can video call someone on the other side of the planet, GPS that tells you exactly where you are, down to the meter. Apps for everything from finding food to predicting weather, yet hobos traveling America's rail lines with nothing but a bindle and decades-old knowledge can outserve you in the wild by a mile. How is that possible? Here's the thing about modern survival tech. It needs batteries, signal, and money to replace when it breaks. Hobo skills, they run on knowledge alone, and that knowledge has been tested and refined over more than a century of riding the rails. One old-timer riding the rails told me, "Your phone dies after 12 hours. My skills never run out of battery." Today, we're diving into 10 hobo survival skills that modern technology still can't touch. Skill number 1. Reading hobo signs and symbols before Google Maps. Hobos created their own communication system, and it's still more reliable than any app. These aren't random scratches. They're a sophisticated code language scratched into fence posts, drawn on walls, or marked near rail yards. A simple circle with 2 arrows means good road to follow. 3 diagonal lines. Not safe? Keep moving. An X with dots warns of police. A cat symbol tells you a kind woman lives here. Modern apps rely on reviews that can be months old or fake. Hobo signs are updated constantly and placed exactly where you need them. You don't need cell service, they don't drain your battery, and they've been tested by hundreds of travelers. One hobo in Portland showed me 2 interlocking circles near a rail yard. That means these bulls are friendly. Won't chase you off if you're respectful. He'd checked it on 3 trips over 2 years. Always accurate. Skill number 2. Finding water without technology. Your phone shows you the nearest Starbucks, but 30 miles from town with a dead battery. Hobos don't have that problem. First rule, watch the wildlife. Birds flying in straight lines at dawn or dusk. They're heading to water within 3 to 4 miles. Deer trails that converge. Follow them downhill to water sources. Reading vegetation is key. Willows, cottonwoods, and sycamores need lots of water. Where these trees grow, water exists below. One old hobo taught me the dew collection method. Tie absorbent cloth around your ankles, walk through tall grass at dawn, then wring it out. You can collect up to a liter of water in 30 minutes. No app required. Skill number 3. The Mulligan Stew hobos can create a meal from literally nothing. Mulligan Stew is legendary. Everyone in camp contributes whatever they can find. One person brings potatoes from a farm field, another adds wild onions, someone contributes beans from a food bank. You've got a meal that feeds 8 to 10 people. The pot sits over fire for 6 to 8 hours, cooking slowly. This kills bacteria in foraged food and breaks down tough ingredients. The pot often stays at hobo camps called jungles. New travelers add to it, take a meal, start a fresh batch. One hobo chef told me, always leave the pot cleaner than you found it, and add more than you take. Skill number 4. The tin can hobo stove. Your camping stove needs $5 to $8 fuel canisters. A hobo stove costs $0 and runs on any burnable material. Take a large coffee can, punch 15 to 20 holes around the bottom for air. Cut a larger opening on one side near the bottom for fuel. Done. You can boil water in 5 to 8 minutes using twigs, pine cones, or dry grass. The bottom holes create draft, pulling air through fire. The cylindrical shape focuses heat upward. Metal walls reflect thermal energy. One rider showed me his hobo stove used for 3 years. Cost me $0, boiled water, probably 500 times. Still going strong. Skill number 5. Predicting weather without forecasts. Weather apps fail regularly. Hobos read the sky like a book. Red sky at morning, sailor take warning. Red sky at night, sailor's delight. It's actual atmospheric science. Red morning skies mean moisture approaching from the west. This rhyme is about 70% accurate. They watched dozens of indicators. Cows lying down, rain within 24 hours, birds flying low, storms coming. Watch smoke from your fire. If it rises steadily, fair weather is staying. If it swirls and descends, rain or snow is coming. One hobo in Montana taught me about mare's tails, those wispy clouds. See those? You got 24 to 36 hours before weather changes. He'd been predicting weather this way for 15 years with 80% accuracy. Skill number 6. Navigating by stars. GPS is amazing until your battery dies. Hobos navigate using the night sky. The North Star hasn't moved for thousands of years. Find the Big Dipper, follow the 2 stars forming the front of the cup, Extend that line about 5 times, and you've found true north. No app, no battery needed. They also read the landscape. Moss grows on the north side of trees, because that side stays damper. Railroad tracks tell a story. Parallel tracks mean main lines to major cities. Single tracks lead to industrial areas or small towns. One hobo showed me his mental map of the Western rail system. See that mountain peak? Always southeast from here. Those power lines run north-south. He could navigate anywhere using permanent landmarks. Skill number 7. Building fire in any condition. Matches get wet. Lighters run out. Hobos create fire using methods that work in rain, snow, and wind. Most prefer flint and steel with a fire bundle. Modern ferro rods throw sparks at 3,000 degrees, hot enough to ignite damp tinder. The hobo trick is creating a bird's nest bundle. Fine dry grass on the outside, larger material toward the center. One fire expert in Wyoming showed me his technique. He could go from spark to flame in under 90 seconds, even in 20-mile-per-hour winds. His secret fatwood pinewood, heavy with resin, it burns even when wet. Pro tip: collect fire materials before you need them. Store dry tinder in plastic bags. Keep fire-starting materials in an inside pocket where body heat keeps them dry. Skill number 8. Foraging edible plants when you're miles from civilization with no money. Apps are useless. Hobos identify edible plants most people walk past daily. Dandelions are everywhere and free. Higher in vitamin A than carrots, more calcium than milk. The entire plant is edible. Young leaves in salads. Roots as coffee substitute. Flowers for wine. Cattails are the supermarket of the swamp. Spring shoots taste like cucumber. Summer pollen works as flour. Fall roots are starchy. Winter shoots stay edible under ice. But poisonous lookalikes exist. Water hemlock looks similar to cattails, but will kill you. One forager taught me, never eat anything unless you can identify 3 features that match the edible plant and 3 that rule out poisonous ones. He'd been foraging 40 years without getting sick. Skill number 9. Making rope from plants' paracord is great until you don't have it. Hobos create cordage from plants and bark found anywhere. Stinging nettle, once processed, creates ropes stronger than many commercial products. Collect the stalks, dry them for a few days, strip the outer fibers. These twist into cordage holding hundreds of pounds. The process is reverse wrap. Take 2 fiber bundles, twist each clockwise, wrap them together counterclockwise. The opposing tensions create self-tightening structure. Inner tree bark works too. Basswood, cedar, and willow all have stringy inner bark, perfect for cordage. One hobo in Oregon built an entire shelter using only bark rope. Been here 3 months. Survived 2 major storms, all held together with dead trees. Skill number 10. Reading people know. App can replicate this. Instantly assessing whether a person or situation is safe or dangerous. Within 30 seconds, experienced rail riders can tell if someone is friendly, looking for an easy mark, unstable, or violent. They read micro-expressions, body language, tone, and dozens of subtle signals. Watch the hands, one veteran taught me. Hands in pockets. They're hiding something. Hands fidgeting. They're nervous. Hands relaxed. They're comfortable. Probably okay. The real skill is trusting your gut. Modern society trains us to ignore instincts. Hobos don't have that luxury. If something feels off, they leave immediately. So, what have we learned? Hobo survival skills aren't outdated relics. They're time-tested knowledge modern technology can't replace. It's reading the land and sky, making something from nothing, trusting instincts over algorithms, staying resourceful when batteries die. These skills work because they're based on permanent truths. Fire needs fuel and oxygen. Water flows downhill. Stars don't move. Your smartphone has 100,000 apps, but it can't start a fire, navigate by stars, or read whether someone's trustworthy. When tools fail, knowledge endures.